listeners?
Yeah,
So 63 times
are you
OPL
able to see the
champion.
camera?
63 times OPL champion is here to show us some amazing stuff. From Rajan Eyecon, Dr. Mohan Rajan.
No, I'm going to show you the, see, this is a very white mature cataract. As I've always mentioned, there are three types of white cataracts: type 1, type 2, and type 3. And the type 1 is more likely to have Argentina flag sign because interlenticular pressure is very high. The type 2 is also a mature cataract. There is a 50% chance of Argentina flag sign in type 2. And type 3, hypermature sclerotic type.
Yeah, we got it now.
The Argentina flag sign is very, very rare.
Superstar Mohan Rajan is back. Dr. Mohan, can you hear us?
Yes, yes.
Your sound is not very audible.
Yeah, my sound is not very good. Okay.
Take care. Yeah.
I'm at
You go, sir. You
the
are
top of my
the
voice.
sir.
You're able to hear me now?
Now
Are we able to
we
hear
will
me now?
see your capsulotomy. It got good.
Okay.
We can see you.
Yeah, very well.
Able to hear
You have
me?
got a very good technique for
Thank
this
you.
hard cataract. Yeah, we can hear you.
Very well,
Okay.
very clear.
Now
We can
I'm
get
putting,
good audio, good video.
Yeah,
Don't use any viscoat or anything. I'm just putting simple Helon there, the high whisk, which a koi whisk, which is made by Appasamy. Whatever I'm using today is Appasamy instruments. I'm using the Galaxy Leo machine.
are you going to show your trademark capsulotomy?
So I'm putting an incision. We don't want any high molecular weight viscoelastic there because in puncturexis, that is very important, making sure that you can see how the vacuoles are there on the anterior capsule. You're able to see that?
Yes, we can see.
Yes,
So this is
yes.
a 15-degree tip. Can you see that?
You all see the puncture axis. Yeah.
Straight only for puncturexis. Okay, can you see that?
The phaco tip
Phaco tip, can you
they
see that
used to
phaco
make it
tip?
access.
15-degree. Okay. So go bevel down.
Yeah.
So this is a different. Yeah,
Okay, I'm just going there.
this is a different technique for doing in hypermature cataract. Directly from the phaco tip is going to puncture it and suck the
So what
cortical
I'm
matter
doing is,
to
see
make
this,
the.
I'm aspirating the viscoelastic. And then I'm tilting the phaco tip down vertically. Can you see that?
Yes, we can see.
We can see very well.
So that it is actually into the anterior vitreous.
So
Spacing like that.
Phaco is taking out capsule as well as.
Now I'm going to see that the entire anterior capsule is being occluded by the tip. So now what I'm going to do is, sorry, it's gone to the periphery.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is the Argentina sign we usually find in the
I'm
hypermature
sorry,
cataract.
what has happened is there is the phaco power didn't come in the machine, so I'm going to convert this into a Lexus force.
Still you can make it CCC.
Because I went a little tangential, so that is one of the reasons why it probably went Lexus. No.
So every technique has got its merits and demerits. So we have to knowing it. Now you can extend it by the simple macro scissors.
One of
Got
the
it?
things,
Understand it.
sir's punch hole technique is also useful in these very hard, very thick fibers.
No, actually, this normally I don't get this at all.
Yeah, we
It's
know.
unfortunate that today we got it because the phaco power didn't come at that time because normally I use a Stellaris machine for this punctorexis. So what I'm doing is I'm converting this into a semicircular rexis.
So you have scenarios where you have these very thick fibrous capsule where it's impossible to do a rexis at all. In such a scenario, actually, you can use Sear's technique where you can actually make a punch hole of the thick capsule, get into the chamber. Then, in fact, you can't even, after you've done that also, you can't do your rexis. So what you have to do is, once you've done that punch, then you take the cutter and then enlarge the rexis. So, and actually, the funny part of these kind of thick fibrous capsules, it'll behave like a normal CCC. That strong, even though you're done with the cutter, the rexis still it'll be that
So
strong.
I have just converted this into a small, give me this thing and the vitreous scissors again.
Beautifully converted.
So
I
whenever
don't
you
want
have-
any rexis, I'm sorry, flaps there.
So whenever you have this type of scenario, you can do rexis in 2 or 3 stages.
So when you have a scenario like this, always look at the capsule, how it is folded. If it is folded up, then it's fine. It's not extended to the posterior capsule. If it is folded inwards, then it's better to
And
convert,
yeah.
to SICS.
Gently.
or
And
maybe
then
the
the second,
metal.
that is then second thing is the
I'm not going to do much hydro there.
movability of the flap. If the flap is movable freely, it indicates that
I
you are
need
not
to go
going
by
to
the,
cutter.
yeah.
You are
Rohit
right.
Om Prakash's sign.
There is a Rohit Om Prakash sign. That is a capsule rotation sign, which has been described by our own friend Rohit Om Prakash, which won the best video in the ECRS. So the how the, as Naren said that how the capsule will fold, then we'll have an idea whether it has extended to the periphery or not. So in this we could able to see it has not been extended. So this is the reason Dr. Mohan Rajan has done a fantastic job by doing a sort of a capsular rexis even in the Argentinian flag sign. So even though it is grade 4 nucleus, still he could able to do a good phaco.
To know that it has extended to periphery or not, one is the flap turn and second the movability. If it is moving freely, it means it is not going up to the equator. Rohit will be here today evening to explain us more about this special he has tried in the cadaver eyes. So this axis has not actually extended to equator. That was, of course, not normal, but it has not extended up to the equator, so he can extend it. And beautifully, he has converted it in CCC. Not totally round.
Mm.
Something very crucial.
I
in
just
this-
made a fairly okay trench for me to, I'm using my chopper,
Mohan Rajan
making
chopper.
sure.
Mohan Rajan sharp chopper.
It's a very long one. Long head.
So in these kind of scenarios, the pressure that you put on the bag is very, very important because if you put more pressure, then it can extend posteriorly. A small trick is when you have held the nucleus, right? Just slightly lift it up, then pushing it down when you're trying to chop. When you held it with the phaco tip, slightly pull it up when you're chopping. So that way, downward pressure is not there. So there's it protects it or prevents the extension of the opening to the
And
posterior
one more
capsule.
important thing in such nucleus, better to do a vertical chop than the horizontal chop. See, vertical chop with this sharp chopper, that is mainly this Mohan Rajan chopper, that will prevent even any further pressure over the zonules. Which phaco machine you are doing, Mohan Rajan?
Galaxy, Leo.
Oh. From Apasami.
Yes.
Yeah,
Good to hear, Mohanji.
yes, sir.
Can you tell us about the phaco machine? Make in India policy, no?
Galaxy Leo machine, which is a peristatic machine. It's got the orbit handpiece. So what I'm basically doing is I'm trying to do the phaco in the area where the rexis is intact. Can you show that machine, please?
Yeah, we could able to see the machine very well. I welcome Dr. Pradeep Mohan to the dash.
For beginners, I would recommend that in such situation, they go for SICS. Dr. Mohan Rajan is a highly experienced surgeon. He can manage in this way, but not the beginners who has done. few
Absolutely, I
cases.
agree with you. I
Uh,
agree with you.
I just say this is Pradeep, there is Bonto, that is very right. Because this is a hard cataract, Rexis is not regular. So we should not take the risk, but Mohan can do anything. We are just watching him and we are learning from him. But ideally, if you have any doubt, you should not be first do the ego of your issue. You can convert to immediately bail out from phaco to SICS. Because he's even struggling to do the surgery in this case.
One more way to handle these kind of intermittent cases, let's say, I mean, there are a lot of techniques there. Whichever you're comfortable, definitely you can follow. But if you feel like, okay, I'm not, whichever technique I try, I end up with a Argentina flag, what do I do? One simple way is on the day of surgery, just do a YAG in the center, let some amount of fluid escape. And by the time he comes to the OT, the intralentricular pressure would have reduced, and then you can go ahead with your exercise. It's much simpler. But this does not avoid the rexis running away to the periphery. No, it avoids an Argentina flag. So that's the
No,
difference.
no.
Argentina flag is
What
different.
happened was, Naren, this particular
sir.
case.
How are you, sir? Nice to see you.
Hi, Naren. No, this particular case, what happened was, because normally use a Stellaris, I had to go, I went only half throttle.
Right.
So I was not getting the phaco power.
Correct, sir.
That was the reason,
Very
probably
crucial. Absolutely,
in
sir.
retrospect.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So because normally when you get a phaco power, then it will punch and also debug the nucleus as well.
So true.
And also my this thing was a little tangential.
So this is the beauty of life surgery. We can see that even the most experienced surgeon can have an issue. So we should not, we should be prepared in the OT when we go. Even after operating 50,000, we have 1 lakh cases. Whenever I go to OT, I will really pray on God that everything goes well. So you should be prepared when there's a complications, how to handle it is a very good thing. Because nobody can be sure of 100% success in every OT and every case. So when there's a issue, we should know what to do next. This is more important than the surgery. When there's a complication, how it can come out. This is just not like the Abhimanyu that you are going to the Chakravyuh and then you do not know how to come out. We all should know how to come out of the any circumstances if there's an issue, complication. So you see what he's doing very chopping with the small pieces. So he is not trying to pull the nucleus out because there's a zonal issue. Last case, we have already seen the zonal weakness. It's cutting very small, then chopping it.
So I think to all the youngsters, the panel is very clear. If you got a situation tricky, don't try to do phaco necessarily here.
Yeah.
If you wish to convert it. Doesn't matter much. Patient was the result, not the surgery. But if you're, if you can do it, manage it, then it's okay. That comes after doing a lot of surgeries. So it's not for beginners.
That's why I always say that everybody should know that phaco surgeon should know the SICS surgery because it's a bailout surgery also. If you are not want to do in the routine surgery.
And small incision cataract surgery also gives very, very good results.
Yeah.
It's a savior in many of the cases where you feel complication there. It's much easier to do a small incision cataract surgery also.
So yes, parameters here you see very low. He is not cutting, he is just chopping and leaving the place in place. even after chopping, he is not taking it out because he want to keep the bag distended.
Can we temporarily shift to, so that you are relaxed, can we shift to Dr. Sujata's case for the
Yeah,
time
we'll
being?